because there is nothing more significant than now, and it's always now. But there are certain trigger points in history. I would call it like this. Let's call it the trigger point in the history of Healy world. And I believe you can all feel it, because we are just in the process to manage this major transition. We have called it Healy evolution, which is connected to so many changes of the IT systems, of the, I think, compensation plan, of the business and pricing models, and the new back office, and everything is just getting into the new shape. So that's exciting. Like all transitions, they are exciting. It's something like a phase transition, we are calling it in physics or in biophysics, which is always very important, but also critical periods in the life of a living entity. And Healy world is like, it's like a living entity. It was born. Before it was born, it was conceived. And before it was conceived, there was the idea, the spiritual idea was already behind. So this is already very exciting, but there is something, again, even for me, even more exciting going on right now. And I would like to draw your attention to this, because we have started with Healy in January 2019 with a wonderful event in Berlin. And we presented Healy as frequencies for your life. And this is really what Healy is about, frequencies for your life. But we all now have this deep understanding that the frequency is coming from a deeper level. It's not that we're taking a frequency for a certain purpose, for a certain person, but we are always analyzing the frequencies from a deeper level, which we call the information field, which is the deeper underlying unity of life. Information field sounds like a little technical term. It's information, it's field, but it's the level below energy. You can say everything is energy, but that's not fully true, because energy needs to be informed. It needs to be ordered and structured and guided. And this is happening from a deeper level of the information field, which is strongly connected to our consciousness. And if information guides energy, energy turns into vibration, and vibration is frequency. So energy, vibration, and frequencies, these are the keys on this level. But if you go one level deeper, it's about information and consciousness. And from the very beginning, we almost tried to hide this level, because we thought frequencies are already a great challenge to understand. But actually, you all our Healy World members surprised us a lot, because they started to use the frequencies. You started to use the frequencies, and you all had this special moment when you felt the effect of the frequency in your whole system. We call it the Healy moment. I called it the chi effect. It's a quantum effect which changes your inner and outer order. So the frequencies got very well established, and we saw that actually the people don't have a problem with understanding that everything is frequency and frequency is everything. This is something which people can feel. They feel it's true. And you started to ask what is behind. So behind, we had a module called Healy Resonance, which actually we thought, people will not recognize. It's not just about frequencies. It's about the underlying deeper level, which is the information field. And to be honest, in the last years, we Healy World mostly sold the Healy Resonance. And Healy Resonance is just a starting point to enter into the, I would say, unlimited ocean of the potential of the information field. And this is what we have been doing the 12 years before starting Healy with TimeWeaver. You know that the Healy technology comes from our experience with TimeWeaver. Here I show you a small one, a mobile one, but this technology has been built in within the Healy. It's a miniaturized TimeWeaver, so it's not only able to apply the frequencies, but it is always doing in the background the analysis in the information field, which frequency will be the next. How to, it's a kind of live composition of a symphony of frequencies. But behind this, there is a pure information field technology, which we are using in the Healy resonance. But there is much more to explore. And we have decided to really start right now in the middle of this, mastering this transition, to give you more and more access to the original information field technology. And there is something coming up right now. And I don't want to tell much about it because I have someone else sitting close to me. He's a surprise, who will give you a deeper insight. But we call it the Healy COACH. The Healy COACH is using a deep analysis of the information field to mirror you what is the more subtle background of your situation, or you can work with others. But I don't want to go deeper into it, just telling you that there is so much coming up in the future related not only to frequencies anymore, but directly to the information field technology behind. And we want to make this ocean of possibilities available to everyone who has a Healy already, because the potential is there. So I would like to introduce our next speaker, because originally they asked me if I can introduce this amazing new module, which will be available to you, I think, from the 1st of September, so just in a few days. But I found there is someone better than me to explain it. It's no one else than, can you show?
It's on.
Can you show both of us? Yes.
Hey, yeah, now the camera could be...
Oh, Gavin, could you please switch the camera? I will put my one off. That's the older picture when I was...
That's the older picture?
Yes, but please, Gavin.
Yeah,
yes, here
go.
we are.
Here
so we're actually sitting together in my tower in the castle. This is no one else than Michael MUNI. Most of you know him by videos which he made to explain already the resonance module. And he is one of the masterminds behind the coaching module, because since, I would say, around 10 years, you're using it already. So it's not something new, but it's something we are taking from our mother technology and now integrating into the Healy, so that you can start a complete new phase in your life using Healy. So, Michael, can you please tell us more about what is the coaching module?
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. I have prepared a little PowerPoint presentation. I don't know, Gavin, if you can put that up, or if I should mirror my screen, because I can also mirror my... Oh, there you go. How perfect. And then I just press next, probably. Yeah, there you go. So, Marcus, thank you so much for the introduction. Looking at this camera, microphone is here, so somehow or other we'll make it work. Yeah, Marcus gave already a very brief introduction about what is the new Healy COACH. Actually, we divided it in two parts. It's a Healy Professional and Healy Success Coach. I come a bit later to the distinction and the categories, but as Marcus already explained in the introduction, we had in TimeWafer, we come from a bit of a therapeutic and a business background with TimeWafer. So we have many therapists working with our professional units in different areas of life as homeopaths, and and at some point there was a demand for coaching. So we thought like, okay, we have to come up with a solution so that we would actually serve that demand. So what we did, we created a module in our TimeWafer development team, which is called the TimeWafer Coaching Wheel module. So this module was the first beginning of our coaching product line in our TimeWafer company. And not just producing it, but also selling it and getting feedback from the market. I got a lot of feedback from my own customers, and they were very successful on hands-on coaching with their clients. So now we realized, wow, this is not just an idea coaching, but it is huge. Like, this is an explosion. And as you know, coaching, is a niche, is a market which is growing and growing and growing. So we thought, like, how can we translate the TimeWafer coaching product line into something which is not as complex as it is in Timewaffer, which is not as, let's say, which doesn't need so much training as we usually provide with our Timewaffer professional units, but which is actually available in your hand using your Healy COACH, where you can, just by listening videos, self-study, self-training, become, you could say, your own coach, coach yourself, coach your family, coach your friends, and even at some point, maybe you have here and there a little client, or even a bigger client, or a team of clients, or maybe you become even a professional Healy COACH user, and then you have your client. So we translated, transformed, or conveyed that more complex knowledge of Timewaffer into a Healy COACH version for everyone to use. It uses the same Healy technology as Marcus said. There is a quantum sensor inside. It connects to the field, and the very much advantage I personally see in it is that it can find the unconscious pattern, mental blockages, or hidden content, exactly what Marcus said, from the information field. Because for all of you who know a bit about coaching, if you have a client sitting next to you and you talk to that client, you don't know whether the client is actually telling you the truth. You don't know whether the client is actually wanting the session. And you don't know whether the client is knowing what's not going good, or you would say, what are the blind spots? So in order to come to these points in a coaching session, you really need hours and hours and days and weeks and even sometimes months of talking and communicating. With Healy COACH, you'll be able to access this content, blind spots, mental blockages, and unconscious pattern within a couple of minutes, within 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 analysis, and you have in your hand very quickly that content where you usually need hours and hours of conversation and talks. Exactly those blind spots the client or you yourself or your friends don't even know they have. So that was the idea, and that makes life way more easier. It saves you a lot of time, and therefore we came up with 2 Healy COACH versions. We call it the Healy Professional Coach, and we call it the Healy Success Coach. They're 2 separate versions. They actually vary only in the pre-installed categories you can use for your coaching sessions. I'll come to this. The one coach will have 6 coaching sessions, coaching categories, and the other one will have 10. So the first one is a little bit less, the other one is a bit more. I will come to that, but everything is self-explanatory in the videos. I'm actually with the Healy team are producing right now. So we are still in the process of doing this. I don't know whether we are ready in 4 days. But
No. Actually, this is a good point to tell you how it is.
It will not be in 4 days.
No, that's not the idea. The Healy COACH will be available for sale from 1st of October. But from 1st of September, the coach promotion starts, which will give you the chance to earn it on lifetime. And that's something really amazing. It will be a subscription afterwards. So this is a chance in September to get it, and then it will be delivered in October. So you still have a little time to get the videos ready.
To produce the rest of the videos. I have already a couple of videos to explain in practical analysis examples in different categories how to perform the analysis, how to read the analysis, how to interpret the analysis, and all my personal knowledge as a coach and my personal knowledge as a, let's say, Timewaffer trainer and Timewaffer user with all my clients. I actually did put in those videos. So you will see, if you see these training videos, you will get a very clear and profound picture how you can do your coaching sessions with your Healy yourself. This will be all available in your Healy Academy at some point. So now, how does it work practically? The practical part will be in the Resonance app. You will have another category which says coaching analysis, as you see on the picture. It's another module besides the Aura module and the Resonance module. You will find a certain category, and I come to those categories in which you want to improve your life or the life of your clients or your friends or your family members. You are formulating a specific goal-oriented focus. This I will also explain in the videos. It has to address the optimum, has to address the best possible goal in your life in that specific category. You choose related and corresponding databases from a huge pool of, at the end, these are thousands of databases. And these databases, by the way, they come from the time buffer technology. So these databases are approved coaching databases we already use since many, many years in our time buffer network and time buffer circle. You choose the respective related and correlating databases, and then Healy communicates via the quantum sensor with the field and will find resonance or resonant vibration patterns. And then you will have a result list, and that result list then will be for the current situation of your life or that of the client, and this you will interpret. Vice versa, Healy is also being able to harmonize those imbalances back into the field, but this we will come next. I'll just want to show you somebody put that out. Yes, somebody put that out. There was one thing I wanted to show that is not the up-to-date. Okay, I'll come to that. But here are the categories of the two Healy versions. One is the Healy Personal Coach, which is mainly dealing with your own inner processes and relationships you have in life, like partnership, friendships, social relationships. It's about self-worth, emotional balance, spirituality, you see already, family relationships, personal, social relationships. However, the Success Coach does not only contain the 6 categories from the Personal Coach, but on top of it, it contains goals, potentials, career, and finances. So you can also you can optimize and analyze your professional environment. That's why there are a few categories more than in the first one. Good. So what I just want to show, I have in my PowerPoint, I have prepared something. This is just screenshots from the app. And because this, I'll just want to mirror that just for you guys to see if that's possible. I don't know if that's possible and if you guys see that. You see that right now? Maybe Kevin, you can give us a little feedback if you see that. There you go. Yeah. So these are screenshots.
It should be live. People should be seeing this now. If you can see it, just press 1, please. It would be very useful if we just have a few ones on here.
Cool. People see it. Yeah.
Great. Everyone can see it, MUNI. Keep going. Perfect.
Yeah. So these are live in-app screens so that you see how that potentially would look like. Because I told you, you formulate a focus. This is on the left side. For example, this is an analysis in the area of partnership. So it says, I fully accept my partner with all her, or his sometimes, but strengths and weaknesses. So then you continue, and that's the middle slide. You continue with the databases. There are certain subcategories such as trust, finding a partner, self-love, and altruism. And then once Healy is connecting with the information field, we
MUNI, I don't know if you can hear us, but your sound appears to have gone. Not sure what's happened. You might have self-muted, or if you can try on Marcus's. That's better. We've got you again. If you can recap the last 45 seconds, we would all appreciate it.
Okay, because Marcus muted me. I don't know whether it was done on purpose. I'm not taking it as an offense right now. So I'm just going one slide back. The middle slide.
I just showed to him quicker, shorter, and less detail.
But it's very hard.
But he didn't listen to me, so I muted him. But anyway,
it's
now
so exciting.
He can continue.
How shall I do? So just the middle chart explains to you the subcategories: trust, finding partner, self-love. And in those subcategories, Healy will then find resonance patterns in the field. And on the right side, you have the result list. And the result list can, for example, be, and I'm reading just out one, and then I'm also finishing, I'm practicing love and self and charity, and I recognize the unconscious causes that lead to my lack of belief that I can change something positively through love for myself. So how can you love your partner before you love yourself? Because otherwise the partner will only love your defects you find within yourself. So therefore, a proper self-love is the prerequisite to be able to love your partner. I guess that is pretty much was quite detailed. But anyhow, I just thought I wanted to give you an in-app experience. So with this, I'm done with the details.
Wow. Yeah, I think, thank you very much, MUNI. This was actually a very practical insight into what is possible with the coach. And as I said, this is just the beginning to explore the potential which is there in the information field, because finding frequencies through analysis in the information field is just one application of this underlying technology. Like Christian Halper, he always explains it in this way, that the information field technology is something like the invention of the CPU. And for example, the application of a CPU in a mobile phone is just one potential use of this underlying technology. In this way, what we are doing with Healy frequencies is one application through frequencies of the information field. But there is, according to my vision, there is so much more possible with the information field. And this is a start. And actually, it starts right now.
That's right.